What is going on, hustlers? Another day, another dollar. I want to talk to you today about goal planning. We are in the fourth quarter. 2018. A couple days late. I've been working on this. The thought has been there. I just haven't had time to sit down and write out my goals. That's right, write them out. I've had a few in the head, had some ideas kicking around what I wanted to do, what I was going to use for, setting my goals and, what my purpose behind it was. You heard me talk a couple videos ago about setting these goals for the fourth quarter and that I was going to create it so that there was some public accountability to it. By documenting it here with you guys, my followers, my watchers, and letting you know where we're at. And I'm going to open up this opportunity for a small accountability group. I'm limiting it to 5 people. That's right, 5 people. And one of the slots is already taken. I've already reached out to a friend of mine and a mentor who's been in this industry for a while, who I shared with him what I thought of my what I thought I was going to use as goals for the fourth quarter, and to ensure that I could grow as a reseller, and told him my idea, and he said he wanted in. So that leaves 4 slots open. 4 lucky people that reach out to me on Facebook or comment below, and I will get you the details on how you can join this accountability group. And it is just that, accountability. You're going to have to put work in. You're going to have to set yourself some goals. You're going to have to work at achieving success. So these aren't finalized 100%. These, I sat down at lunch today and kind of made out a list of some areas that I could use to help grow my business and make some more money. So what am I looking at? Well, I broke them out into 4 areas. 1, our eBay business. The second is Amazon business. The third being business goals, and the fourth being personal goals. That's right. It is objectives for each area of our business, plus our business in general and personal. So let's get started with eBay. What are my goals for the fourth quarter for eBay? Well, as many of you know, if you follow these videos, I'm not consistent with my listing. We have one heck of a death pile, or as I like to refer to it, as a profit pile. Why? Because it's just pure profit sitting there waiting to be listed. Case in point, last week I had 2 sets of ink cartridges for an inkjet printer that I came across in our stuff when we were cleaning up the office and moving it. Now, I've had these items for months. As a matter of fact, at least one of them, if not both of them, were in some unboxing videos that we did probably 6 months ago. That's right. They've just been sitting there on the desk. I took pictures, I listed it, put it up on eBay, and within 2 days, I think, after listing it, the first one was gone. And I'm like, wait a minute, I know I got a second one of them laying around. So I went and grabbed the second one. Didn't have to do anything other than add one more quantity to the listing. Sold. Again, within a couple of days. So less than a week period of time, I sold both of them and put $50 in my pocket. 6 months of them sitting around, and that was $50. So there's tons of profit laying in my piles. So in order to help get me to the point where I need to be with my business, I need to get in the habit of listing every single day. So one of the goals I set for myself was at least 10 eBay listings 5 days a week. That allows some buffer area in the case I want to go wait for the weekend or something else. So that's 50 items a week to list on eBay. That's very doable, even part-time, because many of you know I work a full-time job. So with that, I'd like to get my sales up to 5 sales a day, 7 days a week. There are days that we get over 5 sales, but we're not consistent every single day of the week. I'm going to dedicate 10 hours a week to the eBay side of our business. No more of just, this is what I'm going to do today. This is what I feel like doing. No, I'm going to schedule it out on a calendar. These are the hours I'm working eBay, period. If I have to increase that because sales are going well, I've got to answer questions, whatever it may be, then I will give more time to the business as needed. But minimum 10 hours a week scheduled, dedicated towards the eBay side of the business. The other thing I want to do is I want to grow our average selling price, ASP, to greater than $30. I have to check to see where we're at because I haven't paid attention the last probably 2 months. And I'm sure it's starting to drop back down. At one point, we were almost at $30 as an average selling price. We started off earlier this year. This was something Bonafide Hustler called to my attention probably March, April, to look at those numbers. And, we're hovering like $10, $11 as our average selling price. And after concentrating on what we were listing and, what kind of prices we're getting for things, we grew that easily between $22, $28. I have to go back and look at the numbers, but, I want to see where we're at now, but I want to get to the point where we're at 30 or greater, So for the Amazon side of the business, I would like to find 3 replenishables. That's not per week, not per day or anything else. Over the 4th quarter, I want to find 3 replenishable items. These are items that I can go get anytime I need and pop them back on
New text message from 262,966.
Sorry, guys. I saw that one coming in. Forgot to put myself in airplane mode again. So, Amazon, 3 replenishables. These are 3 items I can walk into the store, buy off the shelf, or buy from a wholesaler and send in and just make money. So, I need to find 5 items per week that I can go 10 deep and have a greater than $5 profit per item. That means I need to step up my game in sourcing. Might not mean that I can source 100% at dollar stores like I've been doing lately. I might have to step up and find some higher priced items and have to put a little more cash into this. I want to dedicate 10 hours a week to sourcing. That doesn't mean I'm actually buying something in that 10 hours. It means I'm going to the store and I'm scanning items. I'm going to Walmart shelf, scanning. I'm looking at wholesalers, looking up prices, research. But I'm going to dedicate, just like I did with eBay, 10 hours a week towards sourcing to find these products, to find those 3 replenishables or more. I'd love to find more. I'd love to find 10. Man, if I found 10, I wouldn't have to do half this other crap, right? So that brings us to business goals. Business goals. What kind of business goals would I have? Oh, here's one. Let's track the daily activities. How am I keeping up with these other goals? They need to be SMART goals. They got to be able to, be specific. They have to be, attainable. They have to be, relevant to the business. They got to be able to be, tracked and everything else. So, you got to be able to measure them. If we do the acronym of SMART, you can figure out what they are. But I need to track my daily activities. How many items are we listing? How many hours am I spending doing these things? What kind of money are we seeing back in? I got to document it. That way you guys can see it, I can see it, and I can hold myself accountable. You can hold me accountable. So I need to organize our operation. That move that we just made, going from the office space we had into those storage units, towards the end, everything just kind of got thrown into the storage units, and it's disorganized. Bonus for me was the storage company, the company that has our storage units, had one come up, a second 10 by 15 unit come up on the same row as my first one. So a third one, sorry. Where I have my first one, it's 3 doors down. So instead of being on the other side of the building, she's got one available for me. It's 3 spaces down from where I'm at. She called to say, hey, do you want this one instead of that other one? I'm like, absolutely. That makes my operation right there together, not running back and forth across the building. I was fine with running across the building, but this makes it even closer. And while I was there, I noticed there's a 10 by 10 across from that one that's up for sale or up for rent. I'm debating whether or not I want to get it now. I see this operation growing, and I could see the space being useful, but I question, do I want to invest that kind of money right now? You know, I think what I need to do is get these goals in line and set my business up. And if that space is still available after I start getting through this process, then that'll tell me it was meant to be. If the space is not available, well, then it's not meant to be. It's not the right time for me to add that third space. So what I'm going to do is later this week, she's got to clean a few things out of that other unit, and I offered to clean them out, and she's like, no, they'll take care of it. Some furniture items and everything else. Once she has it available and cleaned out, she's going to allow me to move the stuff from the one unit into that, and then my two units will be close to each other. I can have my operation running smooth. Heck, if I wanted to, I'd literally run a network cable over the top of the two units in between and have my own little mini computer network in there. But I'll probably end up doing something wireless if I end up needing both spaces. Our main unit that we're in now, the cell phone signal's kind of weak, just by where it's at in the building with all the metal around it and everything else, because we are in a climate-controlled building. I do have a booster that I was stretching out when I needed data. But as I looked this morning at the other spot that's 3 doors down, it's closer to an outside door, I had full 3G signal right there. So if need be, I'll activate my little MiFi unit, throw it in there, or activate my cell phone onto a Wi-Fi hotspot and be able to operate. Load up the computers, be able to list right there in the storage unit, be able to ship right there in the storage unit. Talk about a time saver. Not having to go get that stuff, bring it back to the house, scan it into the computer, print shipping labels, put a label on it, take it over to the post office. I can do it all right there. Boom, hit the post office on the way home and be done. Every bit of time savings possible. Those are the goals. Where can I improve? How can I organize my operation? And along the sides of that, document the workflow. What is the process right now? In 2 weeks, I've got to go out of town for business, for work, for my full-time job, for like 3 days. That means I've got to take my listings on eBay and say that I can't ship them for 3 to 4 business days if they sell, because I haven't sat with Kathy long enough to show her the process. I could probably do it remotely and just have her stick the labels on it, but I really need to show her the process. I need to write these things down so that I can easily replicate myself. So when business starts growing, if I need to bring in an assistant, or I need to, bring Paige in full time, because she's almost done with school. If I need to hire her to come to work for me, or hire somebody else, I can just say, here's the operations manual. This is how you do it. Document the process, document the steps it takes to get the job done. That brings us to personal goals. Now, many of you know this is our journey to freedom. So some of those freedoms are gained by getting time back, being able to do what we want when we want from wherever we want. So in order to do that, we have to pay off some debt, and we've got to free ourselves from working for somebody else who controls when you got to work, from where you got to work, and how you got to work. So my personal goals are to pay off 3 credit cards during the 4th quarter. That's right, generate enough money from these activities that I can just go pay off those credit cards. Be done with them. And the other personal goal, develop a plan and a timeline for going full time. I'd love for the end of this quarter to be the end of working full time for somebody else and being full time for myself. That is the ultimate goal. Will it happen this quarter? Not sure. But my goal is to develop a plan and a timeline for when it will happen and work towards getting out of there. So those are my goals. I am going to create a private Facebook group for the accountability piece of it. And like I said, I'm going to open it up to 5 people. One of those slots is already taken. Haven't decided yet if it's going to be free accountability group or a paid accountability group. The payment would not go to me. What we would do is we would take that money and pool it, and maybe come up with a prize or something for who achieves the best, who achieves their goals the best, or work out the details of it. The reason I like to make it a paid thing versus a free thing is then you got skin in the game. Then I know that you're serious and you want to be accountable for your actions, and you're going to take those steps needed to ensure that you're achieving your goals that you had set. So that's why I'm leaning towards the side of maybe
New text message from 64666333579.
There we go again. Come on now. Put your phone on airplane mode. What is wrong with you? Anyways. Alrighty, hustlers. So if you're interested in being part of this group, reach out to me. Throw a comment below. Send me a message on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. If you want to remain private, you could say that too. Shoot me a private message. Let me know that you don't publicly want to be announced as being part of the group. We'll honor that. Like I said, 5 slots. One of them's already taken, so that leaves 4. So 4 people who are serious about making fourth quarter 2018 a life changer for them. This is your opportunity. All right, hustlers, get out there and go do it.